Hey y'all, welcome to 11th and Delphi. My name is Tiara Pig, and today I'm going to do the general messages for the Oracle, Arsenal, Healer, and Image Setter energies. Before I get into that, I want to do two shout outs. One, Jessa Reed and her podcast, Soberish. That's where I got the premise of this from. If you haven't listened to Soberish, do it. Two, Astro Queen. Oh my God, she is amazing. She's one of the best readers. You'll definitely see some of her influence in this reading. I just want to say thank you for the inspiration, and I'll definitely find my own flow as we go, but she has heavily inspired how I'm going to be doing some of this stuff. So we are going to start with the oracles. What I got when I was sitting with your energy is I got water, which could be simply drinking more water. It could be looking at your emotions a little bit more. I also got masculine. So it could be your masculine side needs you, or it could be an actual person outside of yourself. Your masculine needs you. So get into that and see how that goes. Quick warning, it is close to 4th of July. I live in the ghetto, so it might get loud. Might have a bunch of fireworks going on. Sorry about that. If you hear it, because it's starting to get dark, and yeah, they like fireworks. Let's see what I can get for the oracles. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys what I do. So for everyone who is new to the type of readings I do ancestral readings. So I'm able to tap into the energy of the people I'm picking up for, and I'm able to call in our ancestors, higher selves, spirits, angels, all that good stuff that works with us, and they relay the messages that will benefit you on your journey. I'm going to lay the foundation of the reading with a deck that my ancestors guided me to make. Right now, it's just keywords. I'm working on getting some graphics with it. So, yeah, I'm going to lay the foundation with that deck, get some energy with the tarot, and yeah, get into it. I'm taking in the energy a little bit of the oracles. Feels very very still, kind of quiet. Good. Alright, let's see what we got here. What do you have for the oracles? What do you have for the oracles? I guess I should set a time limit, huh? What do you have for the oracles? For, what's today? For the next 7 days. Awesome. Ooh, love. What else do you have for the oracles for the next 7 days? What messages would you like to pass to the oracles for the next 7 days? Building a solid foundation. Beautiful. What messages? Self-love, confidence. Awesome. This year, and ducks in a row. So we'll start there and see what they're talking about. All right. So we're going to get some energy with the tarot. What do they need to know about love? What do you guys want to tell them about love? I'm hearing it's coming. Great. Isn't that beautiful? I'm also hearing you need a break. What do you want to tell them about love? Thought I saw something flip. What do you want to tell them about love? Queen of Swords. Yeah? Anything else? Might be time to cut somebody off. Anything else? Yeah. So your current love situation, whoever this is for, it's not going to be for everybody, but for your current love situation, and it might even be your idea of love, it's you're going to be moving away from that. And I feel like with something that's going on, I don't know all about the retrogrades and what's going on, what's gone direct and all that good stuff, but I feel like the planets have a big play in this. But something in the something about these retrogrades and what it affects in your chart is going to unveil a thought process around how you view love, how you receive love, how you like just your ideas about it. You may have had the complete wrong idea. Like what I'm getting is like you may have, it's kind of heavy, it's kind of dark. You may have thought that like resilience, like how much someone would take, or how much someone could handle, how much burden you could have on you, like how much would you take. And you might have equated that with love, or you might have thought that that's what love is. Like when you love someone, you just take on all their shit. And no, you don't have to do that at all. And I feel like that is going to be like a big unveiling of holy shit, like looking back at your relationships and realizing that wasn't love. That was me, like that was abuse. Like that's what I'm getting. It was abuse. It wasn't love. It was someone loading their shit onto you. But you don't have to do that anymore. And it might be, like a period of you just doing a little bit of shadow work on what your idea of love was. Okay, so let's see what they have to say about building a solid foundation. What do you want to say about building a solid foundation? Okay, I feel like they're not going to pop. Oh, you see how feelings can be wrong. Anything else? Take those. Okay, so it's the 8 of Pentacles, and that's my card for like you working on something while your spirit team is working on you. So you may be really, really like hyper focused on something and you don't understand why that has your focus all of a sudden. It's because your spirit team has like, have you ever seen those horses with the blinders? They have put blinders on you to make you focus on this situation so that you can build a solid foundation of self-love and confidence and not taking the bullshit from like your past relationships. You're like wrapping up a cycle here, and they might have you hyper focused on that for a little bit. And that's okay. Just focus on it, work through it. Don't try to like avert your eyes. It's not gonna work. Just like what I'm feeling is put your head down and work for a little bit. You'll be surprised at how quickly you get through it once you surrender and commit to working on that. They want to set expectations for the rest of the year. So we'll see what they're saying there. They might actually be saying that this is what you're going to be focusing on for the rest of the year. So if you were wondering about your love life and, you know, if you're going to have somebody coming in, you might be healing it, like healing your heart space and your programming about love for the rest of the year. Okay. Yeah, word? Okay. So, for the rest of the year, we have the Sun card, beautiful. The Chariot, beautiful. And the 2 of Pentacles. So what I'm getting from that is the worst of the year is over. Like you're on the other edge of it. Like it's going to be smooth sailing. Like it doesn't seem like anything, like you've already hit the bumps in your journey for this year. Okay. But, the 2 of Pentacles for me is kind of like having to decide, like kind of like, do I want to work on this or do I want to work on that? Or even finding when to work on this and when to work on that. So we'll see what they're talking about. What do they have to decide between? What are their choices here? Whoop. 1 second. So we got the Hierophant and the 5 of Cups. So are you going to, while doing this, because this is going to happen, you taking a look at your past relationships is going to happen. So while doing that, are you going to look at your past relationships and like wallow in it? Like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did this. I was such a piece of shit. Oh my God. I can't believe they treated me like that. Like, is that the energy you want to stick in? Like, do you want to sit there and say, wow, that was so tough. That was, this is how my relationships go. Just really holding on to what your past was in the negative ways. Like, is that what you want to do? And they're not even saying this in a condescending way. I said that wrong, but you know what I meant. They're not saying this in a patronizing way. They're legit asking, like, is that what you want? Okay. Anything else? Awesome. They're asking, like, is that what you want? Or we got the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Or do you want to figure it out, look at it, speak your truth on it? And the Knight of Swords is me like unapologetically saying, this is what happened. Like, it doesn't matter if you agree with it. It doesn't matter if you have a different version of the story. It doesn't matter if you hate me after I say it. It doesn't matter if you love me after I say it. This is what happened. And then the Queen of Wands for me is like coming into your power. So are you going to come into your truth, like speak your truth and come into your power from this situation? Or do you want to sit in it? Up to you. Okay. So what I'm getting from that is because they're not being patronizing, you may not be used to having an option. It may have always felt like, well, this is what's happening. I'm in a dark moment, so I guess I'm going to sit in this for a while. They're wanting you to know you can, but it's an option. So even if you want to sit in it, that's fine. Just put a time limit on it. Like, how long do you want to do this? Because it's an option, it's an experience, and it's not more important than the other one. But understand that you speaking your truth and stepping into your power is also an option. Okay? All right. So how can they get their ducks in a row? This will be the last one, and then I'll pull an oracle for you, and we'll move on to the next group of people. Okay, so we got the three of Swords. Goodness, I couldn't get that out. For me, I'm getting two things. It can be looking back at your past relationships and getting your and looking at the heartbreak, like getting it together, just saying, okay, this is what happened, and feeling that, and feeling like, and I think admitting to yourself that you were actually hurt, like, because we can do this thing to where we're just pissed off, but it might be time for you to admit to yourself, I was heartbroken, like that broke my heart, like that was a betrayal, and that broke my heart. So that, and also I lost it. Sorry, give me 1 second. What were you guys saying? Projection of others. What else? Projection of others. It was a word that I heard. There's a lot of people talking. Give me 1 second. Projection of others. Fear of rejection. Fear of... I can't remember what exactly they said. It was a nice way of putting it, but basically being afraid of what people think, like getting like that feeling of, I don't know if I should say this, how will they take it, like how are they going to take it, how are people going to see me, how are they going to view me after they know that this is what broke my heart, like how are they going to view me after I speak my truth on this, because everybody believes the other person, or that's the type of energy that I'm getting, like nobody's going to believe me, or people are going to attack me if I talk about this. It's just easier for me to like put it in my shadow. It's easy for me to just throw it in the back of my mind. So work on that. If you want to move on from that space, if you want to move on, if you want to actually bring love into your life, then we have to look at these thought processes and figure out where they're coming from. Like, you can't just do that. Let's see, we got the Two of Swords and the Hangman. So, what do you guys say? So the Two of Swords is like deciding. I use tarot like oracles. Sorry, I just do. So sometimes it's not the traditional meaning, but to me, the Two of Swords is like deciding on what you're gonna say. Like, do I want to move from this space when I speak, or do I want to move from this space when I speak? And the heartbroken space is that, just what I was saying. Like, people are going to judge me. They're not gonna understand. It's gonna be hard for them to get it. Blah blah blah. Or do you want to speak from this space of all of these new things that are coming in? And I will be the first to tell you, you do not have to fully integrate something to share a download. You can just say in the beginning, I have not fully integrated this. I was just told this. Isn't this amazing? I'm still working on it. I'm still processing it, but this is what came to me. You don't have to wait until you are this fully embodied person, because it takes longer than people want to realize. So you don't have to wait until you have it all together until you say something. You can say, these are the downloads that I'm receiving and working on. Just that simple. And if who you're talking to doesn't respect that, then are they getting downloads? Do they understand? You know, it's all right. Just speak on it. I'm gonna put these up and get you an oracle. I hope this goes well. This is the first time I'm using this phone. It looks good from here. Also, I'm using a ring light, so I don't have on my glasses because it's really distracting. So if you see me like squinting, that's why. All right, can we get an oracle? Yeah, I was about to say, can we get an oracle for the oracles? But yeah, that's about right. Can we get an advice card for the oracles? An advice card for the oracles. Yeah, just one. I heard just one. Yes, just one. I have other energies to tap into. Get an advice card for the oracles. Don't know if I mentioned, I'm using the Divination of the Ancients Oracle deck. Beautiful deck. Amazing deck. I'm gonna try that again because that's way too many. All right, can we get an advice card for the oracles? Yes, just one. We gotta make it fit. Let me get an advice card for the oracles. I'm being rigid. We can do more than one. See, they work on me as I help others. All right. So we got runes, perception. Then we got nature. What is it? I don't know how to pronounce that. You're just gonna have to look it up. Nature. I don't feel like being scrutinized. I'll talk right now. All right. A minute. Sorry, someone's distracting me. Okay. Runes. I'll hold this up. Can you see that? Ooh. Sorry. Yet again, can't see. So give me just a minute. That's just too hard. I'm just not gonna hold it up. It's important to see things a little differently right now. Imagine yourself in the place of those who appear to be confronting you, your words or your actions. Perhaps rather than taking this as a sign of their displeasure or dislike of what you're doing, see their words as an opportunity to improve the situation by being more open-minded. Perhaps their actions will actually provide you with an even stronger, more robust idea about how to proceed. The runes are a reminder that in one single toss, you can choose a very different outcome. Those that seem to be your enemies can often deliver the most useful lessons in life. Okay, and then we're going to move on to nature. The mystery of the old ways beckon. Tap into the ancient wisdom of the ancestors and connect with the magic of nature. Embrace the delicious warmth of the sun. Breathe in the purity of the air. Feel the earth beneath your feet and cleanse yourself in the streams of the rivers. Remember, you are a part of the natural world. Through your lifetimes, you have accumulated great knowledge. Now seek the wise teachings of the trees. They are the wisdom keepers who have stood by silently, witnessing every detail of passing centuries. Spending time outside with these gentle giants, they could hold the keys to your past. Allow them to unlock the remembrance you hold deep within you. You are ready to be unleashed. And I threw my book. All right, that is it. I'm gonna grab my sage so I can sage out the energy and move on to the next one. I'm not gonna edit this. Y'all are just gonna have to sit through it. Because if you book a reading with me, this is about the energy you're gonna get. It is not very glamorous. Powerful though. The French. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to use the rosemary smudge today to protect from... Rosemary is like the evil eye. It's like the Nazar of smudge sticks. I love it. Protects from ill wishes, jealousy, or anything like that. Love it. All right. Yeah. Okay, so we are moving on to the arsenal. What I got for the arsenal was watch out, but it didn't feel like a like something was coming towards you. I'm gonna move this bell. It didn't feel like something was coming towards you or someone was gonna hurt you or anything like that. It felt like more like being a watch out, like watching. And then I got a telling visual. So really like pay attention. I'm also hearing it might be time to listen and watch for a little bit. If you have been busy like spreading the truth and giving a lot of action, I'm getting, you know, being really active in telling people what's going on, doing some sort of activism, whether it's making phone calls, having uncomfortable conversations, just getting a lot of action has been happening. And it might be time to like watch. I'm not even getting listen. I'm not getting that you need to stop. It feels like when you talk to these people, when you have a message, when you are when you're doing your work, like whatever work you're doing that you that's helping the collective right now, it is time to do it and then watch. Like, see, you'll be able to see how you're affecting it, whether it's having a conversation with someone and seeing what words trigger them, and seeing like you'll be able to see the root of the problem. Like, so if you're talking to someone who is a bigot but won't admit it, then you'll be able to see, oh, that this is coming from an inner child wound because his father never loved him or whatever. Like, I'm getting like really watch and try and see what people are not saying, because the visual is telling. Okay, the visual is telling. I'm gonna set the foundation with this. Visual is telling. What else do we have for the arsenals? I keep hearing that. The visual is telling. It might be time to take a step back and look at the big picture. Because it's very, very telling. You might be able to get to the root of it really quickly. All right, what do you have for the arsenal? Okay, they want to set the expectations for the rest of this month. What else do you have for the arsenal for the next 7 days? Awesome. Y'all's energy is so like all right, so we got energy exchange, enough is enough, liberation. Awesome. That is powerful. Anything else? Of course is what I'm hearing when I say anything else. Of course we have more. Well, anything else for the next 7 days? Anything else for the next 7 days? Anything else? Y'all's people are ready to talk. Anything else for the next 7 days? Okay. You asked, so you're getting it. Okay. Confirmation on that. Is that it? Nope. If you need help, just ask. Anything else? I feel like that's it. Awesome. All right. What expectations would you like to set for the arsenal this month? What expectations would you like to set for the arsenal this month? Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Is that it? Okay. Anything else? All right. So with the Wheel of Fortune, I almost put these down there. That's not what I need to do. So we got the expectations for the rest of this month. We got the Wheel of Fortune, the 8 of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles. It's really interesting how they're putting this. I can see it, but I need to put it into words for you guys. So give me a minute. I see almost like like gaining an upper hand almost. It's very almost bizarre, where you might have felt like there was no way out of a situation. What I'm getting is I don't know if that's how you would say that, a reverse grip. I don't know. I'm seeing someone who, like, let's say that there was someone who was in a chokehold, right? And the person that was in the chokehold somehow flipped the person choking them and started choking them. So it seems like a role reversal. There we go. A role reversal. So something that was once binding will be bound. Boom. There we go. You might have felt like there was it just feels like a role reversal and something that was very restricting that you are now in control of. So if that's what you've been working towards, they're saying expect changes in that for the rest of this month. Okay. Now let's see. I don't know why I'm doing this. Let's do this one. Let's see what they're talking about with this energy exchange. I'm hearing all levels. All levels. And I don't know if you heard me like humming, but it felt like like something in the back of a video game where it's like dun 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 dun, like when you're on like adventure mode. And I'm hearing all levels. Energy exchange. What do you want to say about this energy exchange? I'm seeing the Justice card. I don't know if it's going to come out. You're saying about this energy exchange. Also hearing macro. I'm getting a lot clairaudiently. So what I'm hearing is, even if there are energy exchanges that you are balancing in your day-to-day life with your family, with your friends, with bosses, it does not matter. That working on that energy exchange and making that a proper energy exchange, whether it's paying off debts, making sure that you get paid for your work, like just setting these proper energy exchanges in your life, it has a bigger effect, right? You're not just doing that for you. Okay? Anything else? Whew. Got a weird like surge in my heart space. So we got the Nine of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Hangman. The Nine of Cups is just being completely satisfied with outcome. Like, it is just like, yep, this is exactly what I wanted. This is how I envisioned it. This is how it is happening. This is what I've been working for, and I have it. Thank you. With the Queen of Cups, I see like an environment. That's my card for environment. It can be just your room, or it could be your community. You know, whatever you claim as yours. Is it your country? Is it your community? Is it your family? Is it your family home? Is it you and your car? Whatever it is that you are like, okay, this is my space, and this is what I work on daily to I'm hearing to balance, like this is what you balance daily. And then the Hangman. So you might have had some epiphanies of how to help your space, how to help your community, how to help your country. And because you followed that, because you followed these downloads and these nudges that you had, you got the Nine of Cups. All right, enough is enough. You might be going overboard on something, or they might be trying to tell you that something is like you don't have to worry about something anymore. Let's see. I'm hearing you're gonna be fine. This is a Ten of Pentacles. You're gonna be fine. You're definitely going to I'm saying I'm hearing there's a spot for you. Like, we have this spot for you. You'll be fine. King of Pentacles. Yeah. So you might be doing a lot of like spiritual work right now and wondering how that's going, like wondering how much space the secular world is going to leave for you. Plenty of it. There will be plenty of space in the secular world for you after you get done doing your spiritual work. Okay? So they're saying don't worry about that. Like, that's enough. Like, they hear you, and that's enough. We got you. We have a spot for you. You're fine. Just tap into that when you're ready. Like, it's here. We have Liberation, the High Priestess. Anything else? So what I'm getting from the Liberation and the High Priestess, following the like the secular feel, it might be time to, I don't want to say let that go, but know that you can come back to that. Okay? Know that it will be here as soon as you get done. And I feel like I should clarify what I'm talking about a little bit. When I'm talking about the secular world and your space in it and all that good stuff, like stable housing, jobs, and like friends and family, like just a space for you in this world other than this arsenal work that you're doing. You'll be fine. While you are following your intuition and you're being led to do this work, it's fine. Just leave it right there. Okay? Because having the burden of coming back to like having to stay grounded in the secular world, but also following your intuition, in this powerful work that you're doing, it might be a bit much. Okay, so they just want to give you a little bit of relief and let you know that you can indeed set this here and go do this work, and it'll be here, or something better will be here when you get back. Okay, so you asked, so you're getting it. Let's see what they're talking about here. I feel like this is all one. You asked, so you're getting it. Another comfort. Excuse me, channeling. You asked, so you're getting it. You might actually have wanted to like increase your psychic abilities, because as soon as I said that, I started burping, and that's a sign for channeling for me, but it's a sign for other people being able to channel. So that might be something that you're coming into, and if you are, say it. Like, don't get the messages and keep them, because sometimes that can make us sick. Like, that can give us anxiety, because it's an energy that isn't ours. It's meant for someone, and we're holding on to it. Sometimes it can make you physically ill. It can make your stomach upset. It can make you not be able to sleep. You can have nightmares, like just different stuff, to where you could just say it and be done with it. If that is something that you have wanted, something you have asked for, you're going to get it, but you're going to have to use it. Okay. And if you need help, just ask. That's your spirit team saying, what do you think they're here for? Talk to them, ask them for help. They got you. Okay. Anything else you guys want to say about these 3 cards? We got the Knight of Wands, the Strength card. Anything else? What I'm getting from the Knight of Wands is this is like a temporary thing. So this is not going to be your forever. So if you're worried about, because I know that sometimes the work that's going on for the arsenal right now, it's stressful, you know, and it can take a toll on your body. You can be tired of dealing with it. Like, when is this going to go on forever? Is this the only job I'm going to have? Is this my life now? Just talking, like unveiling all of this madness to these people that should know what's going on. Is this my life now? Is this my life? Screaming all the time, always being hoarse, always being tired. No, this is like you have the energy for it right now, so you're doing it right now. Okay, but it's not your forever. If you don't want it to be, you don't have to do this forever. With the Strength card, this is actually going to help you look at yourself as well. So any energy that you put out, be able to bring that back in, because it sucks. I'm hearing it. It sucks. But the lessons that we teach are also the lessons that we learn from. Okay, so somehow, some way, what you are teaching to people, what you are telling to people, it can resonate with you as well. If it couldn't resonate with you, then you would not have the message. Does that make sense? You wouldn't be able to talk about something that you had absolutely no idea about, right? If you need help, just ask. We got the 9 of Pentacles. If you feel like you, for some reason, don't have all of the necessary things you like, if you don't have something that you need to do the job, just say that. Like, say that. If it's to somebody that you're working with, like in the 3D, someone that you're working with, tell them, like, I want to do this and I would want to do it like now, but I don't have what I need. And express your needs, like talk about what you need. And if this is more of a spiritual thing, talk to your ancestors and your spirit guides about what you need. Like, I would love to do this job, but I need this. Okay. And they might end up telling you, no, you don't. That's setting limitations. Work on your crown chakra and realize that you have everything you need. Might be something they tell you, and they might be like, all right, you actually do need this. Boom. Because spirit just throws things in your lap sometimes. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put these up. Get you an oracle or 2 and see what they have to say. See what advice they have for you. Oh, I did throw my book. Whoops. 1 second. What advice do we have for the arsenal today? I feel like I just mixed these up. If I did, I don't read reversals. So I'm just gonna flip it over. Y'all hear that? What advice do we have for the arsenal? I feel like I definitely just mixed them up. Anyhow, what advice do we have for the arsenal? I think you pronounce this shagai. Not sure. Fragmented. Okay. Anything else? I feel like that's it. But we'll see. Do you have any other advice for the arsenal? Yeah. All right. The worst is behind you, and you can begin to breathe deeply, knowing you will never have to go through the same difficulties again. A place of such uncertainty that left you feeling like all that you cared for was torn from you, lost forever. It hasn't been easy to gather what little strength you had left, but sometimes we must undergo a journey of turmoil to find the haven of peace on the other side. So now know that you are safe to release your sorrow and allow your tears to cleanse away your hurt. As though gathering back your scattered shagai bones, your heart will knit together and you will soon feel whole again. Other meanings: a situation is healed. Time to pick up the pieces and move on. Quit playing the victim. Don't be ruled by your emotions. Focus on a positive outcome. Give yourself time and permission to heal and grieve. Happiness awaits. Okay. That was awesome, guys. I'm going to go ahead and sage and move on to the healers. One second. You would think I'm going to use the rose wrapped sage this time. Okay. Oh, so for the healers, I actually got, it's kind of sad. I got why me. So you might be having a lot of like reoccurring things, like a series of unfortunate events. I also got a saying that I say a lot, which is tired of dying. So it might be like you might be going through a lot of transformations, and transformations for me just feel like death. They just do. Sorry, give me a second. So I heard you guys saying, why me? I heard the phrase, tired of dying. So let's see. I feel like this is going to be a tough one, but hopefully I got some good news for you guys. What do we have for our healers? I really should have wrote down the times. Oops. Do better on the second one, right? What do we have for the healers? It's very... It was breaking my heart. Why me? Just seeing if I can hear anything else. Shuffle. And all I keep hearing is why me? Why? But why? Why me though? So I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It feels like a moment of just like there's two parts to this. Feels like a moment of like self-pity, right? Like, why the fuck does this keep happening? Like, why? Like, what did I do? Like, honestly, what did I do? And then another part is I'm getting that sometimes you just gotta feel that. Like, with healers, you may have always been showing up for other people. And that's why it feels like once you finally looked at yourself, you're like, holy shit. Why I've helped people this entire time. Why would this happen to me? You know, see what they got. What do you guys have for healers? We got ego. You asked, so you're getting it. Anything else? I feel like they want me to work with these two for a minute, so I will. What that was. 1 second. Enough is enough. Seems a little spicy. You may have been just having a little self-pity moment. You know, you may have just had that moment of being in your ego and being like, but I'm feeling a little bit of like martyrdom too, where you felt like, but I do this, like nobody does it the way that I do. Nobody feels it the way that I do. I'm working on this. Like, this is me. This is the work that I do. I'm the one that has to do this work. You know, it feels like a lot of I statements. And that is ego, right? And they want you to know why. Like, why is this happening? You asked for it. I am just the messenger. I hear that, and I'm sorry if this is something that is very triggering for you. I am sorry. I don't necessarily have a dog in the fight when it comes to this situation. I am just trying to let you know what I hear. Okay? So I really hope that they are not being, this is human to human. I hope that they are not being very harsh about something that you're not ready for. And if you feel like this is going to trigger you, then please don't watch it. Come back when you're in a better space, okay? Take care of yourself. Don't put yourself in a triggering situation. This is an option. But I'm going to say what I hear, okay? All right, what do you guys have to say about the ego? What can they do about this? What do you guys have to say about it? Anything else? Oh, they are so spicy right now. Gosh darn it. Really? Alright. We got the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Wands. So it's like, oh my gosh, what I'm hearing is we give you something. Like we give you this. We give you this power. We give this to you because you asked for it. And this is how you want to deal with it. Like, that's exactly what, it's like, we gave this to you because you asked for it. Like, all of this power, we gave it to you. This is how you're choosing to use it. This is how you're choosing to look at it. Ooh. Anything you guys want to say about you asked, so you're getting it? I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a lot of healer energy in me, right? And yeah, they might be preaching to me too. I'm gonna look back and see. I don't know. Yeah, they are. So don't feel bad. They're yelling at me too, but they're yelling at me through me, so that should make you feel better, right? I actually have to look at me yell at me. It's gonna be tough. Okay, so you asked, so you're getting it. We got the Temperance and the Strength card. What I'm getting from this is, in order, and this is, tone is gonna switch because this is what they're doing. In order for you to get this, that you've asked for, you're like, you see it in other people, you want it so bad, you know how you'll use it, you know how you'll help the world, you know how you'll help yourself, you want to do all this good stuff. In order for you to use it, you have to integrate your shadow. You have to look at your demons. You have to look at this stuff that you want to avoid. You have to look at these parts of yourself and actually heal it and integrate it. I didn't like it either. And they're like tickling my ear. Cut it out. That's how I know they mean well. But they are being spicy. So for enough is enough, we got the Tower and the Sun card. What I'm getting is let it fucking fall. All right? Let it fall. What's falling is what you didn't want anyway. It's what you built while you were on autopilot. Let it fall. Fuck it. All right? What you want is coming, but you have to let the shit go. Let it go. All right. Let's see what else they have to say. Do you guys have anything else you wanna say? I can already tell I'm going to use a different sage for you guys. I'm going to use the cedar sage at the end of this. For you guys, I feel like it's what they're talking about is something that is necessary for you to be in your body, right? For you to be in the 3D, in your body, having this experience. And cedar is really good at grounding and bringing you back to you. So I feel it. Got you. I'll use you. All right. Let's see. You guys have anything else for the healers? I feel you better not. Anything else for the healers? They don't want to say anything else. They want to leave it there. Oh. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Heart work is paying off in alignment. You asked, so you're getting it. Came out again. Anything else? See, they gave us a little band-aid. Yay. All right. I think this is just them comforting. You see how I'm using the word us now? Because they're yelling at me too. All right. Anything else you want to say about this alignment? I'm asking for anything. I'm hearing now, you know, King of Swords. So the King of Swords for me is a person who is like done with their studies. They have like the master. I hate that word. I don't hate it, but it makes me uncomfortable. But the person who has really embodied these skills, they know the ins and outs. They got it up, right, left. Doesn't matter. You can have them, ask them when they're half asleep and they'll know. It's that person that has truly just got it on lock. And I think they just are trying to let you guys know you're gonna get there. It might seem like it's far off, it might seem like it's gonna take forever, but you're gonna get there. And trust in alignment rather than time, because when you focus on the journey of it and doing what you have to do for yourself, it happens so much faster. You'll be surprised. Okay, instead of thinking, oh my God, it's gonna take 4 years, it's gonna take 5 years, blah, blah, blah. Just focus on day by day, one step at a time. Okay? Oh my God, I'm sorry. It's the channeling thing. I don't ever just have those silent burps. It's so weird. Excuse me. Do you guys have any advice for the healers? Any advice for the healers? Any advice for the healers? I'm hearing callback. So I don't know if you guys know this, but the Arsenal Oracle Healer Image Setter, they're just energies, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that you are one. You might be in the energy of one. You might have more energy of this one than the other one. Like, it's very fluid. You can move in and out of these energies very easily. So because I'm hearing callback, you might have something, if you've only watched this portion, you might have something that you can resonate with in the Oracle and the Arsenal section that I did before this. So, if you feel like you are a healer Oracle hybrid or a healer Arsenal hybrid, take a look at those two. Any advice for the healers? Anything else? Got thunder and lightning power. wasn't saying that backwards. All right. You have many strengths, yet you allow people to take away your power. When your words are discounted or your actions mocked, your light fades. You may tell yourself it doesn't matter as long as you know the real truth. But the danger becomes when you start to believe others' dismissive attitudes towards you. Now it is time to take a stand and assert yourself and your authority so you can grow fully into your power and shine your light. Otherwise, you deny not only yourself but others who could benefit from your gifts. Draw inspiration from the electrical charge of lightning. Learn the authority of thunder and stand bold. Never give your power away again. Right. So I'm going to read the next, the other meanings for that. Seeing lightning or dreaming about it also denotes an opportunity to express and cleanse yourself of any deep-seated anger you hold. Lightning is a buildup of... Lightning is a buildup of energy seeking release. Hearing distant thunder indicates that there is still time to manage a potentially difficult situation. I don't know what that like gasp of air was, but when it happened, I got a high-pitched ringing in my right ear, so that might be something that you guys deal with often. If it is, it's one of your gifts. When you hear that high-pitched ringing, write down what you were thinking, write down what was going on so you can kind of keep track of that. Oh. All right. Burn some sage for you guys. Well, it's a smudge bundle, but it's cedar. It's not sage. Very grounding. Oh, it brings back memories. I love it. Okay. All right, now we're going to move on to image setters. Let's see. For image setters, oh, I also got the watch out message for image setters, but for if this is the first one that you pressed, I got the same message for Arsenal, but Arsenal's, ooh, I'm getting low pitch ringing in my left, so this might be pretty important. Arsenal got watch out, and then what was it? Sorry, give me a second. Watch out. There's a telling visual. So for them, it was all about look at how people respond. There's something about how people like the visual, like seeing something in someone. That was for Arsenal, but for you, I'm getting watch out. You are the vision. So it feels more like people need to watch out for you. People need to watch what you're doing. And you might actually, like if you create something, if you feel motivated to draw, paint or anything, or even, I don't know if I don't know if any of you are into sigils or just like abstract painting. It's getting really tough to talk, but I don't know if you guys are into that. If you are, try doing that more. Just kind of following, I'm getting following the paintbrush or following the pencil, even automatic writing, just kind of letting things go, like letting it go, let it show you what it has to show you. Very interesting. And when you get messages from that or you feel like it's important, share it. Okay? It might seem like the most simple things. It can spark something for someone. It can be a synchronicity for someone. So, yeah. Way too many, sorry. What do you guys have to say for the image setters? Ah, there's fireworks. Isolation. Okay. I'm also getting meditation off of that. And I feel like getting into like a zone. Getting into a zone of like where no one is going to bother you. And this is a confirmation card, so they want me to sit on this for a minute. Getting into a zone where you are not affected by anyone else's energy, no one else's projections, no one else's influence, no one else's I'm also getting no one else's downloads, just your downloads. Like you might notice that you are not really quote unquote being fed by certain things anymore, where you're not getting like inspiration outside of yourself. Like, you know how sometimes you can, I don't know about you guys, but I could really watch YouTube all day. Like I could scroll on social media, or I could do this. It's gotten to a point to where it doesn't, like there's absolutely nothing on there for me anymore. And it's because the download that I got for that is because it is time for me to create. So if you get to a point to where you're not seeing anything that pleases you, like you're not seeing any art that's like, oh wow, that is amazing. You're not hearing any songs that are like, whoa, I haven't heard a song like this in a while. Like nothing is sparking that in you. It's because you're supposed to start creating. Okay, so it has to get kind of boring to observe for you to step in, is what I'm getting. Also, meditation, like to really get into your energy and understanding what are the influences of others and what's coming from you. Like what influences come from the spirit world, what comes from the secular world. You know, and not even in a judgmental way, like you need to cut all of this stuff out. Just observe it for now. Just take the time to get to yourself and observe how much is you and how much is a projection or the influence of others. Okay? Anything else you guys want to say about this? Nope, that's it. All right, that's all they had for that. Let's see what other messages they have. I'm getting a lot of just start. Like just start. I'm getting like a tickling feeling, my crown. So they might be trying to give you certain downloads. They might be trying to give you certain ideas, but they have to know that once they give it to you, you're going to do it. All right. Okay. Anything else? No, just do it. All right. Anything else? Learn from your past. If you suffer from, and this just like popped up, I'm getting like analysis paralysis, just start doing it. Just because you record a video, just because you start painting, just because you start singing, just because you start doesn't mean you have to share it right where you start. You know, just start doing it. It doesn't matter how, I'm getting how bad it is, but it's not even going to be bad. It's just shaking off nerves. Yes. We got it's a go. Confirmation card. And then we got ego. So you got to sit with yourself. You got to say, why don't I want to do this? Like, what is this programming? Like, what is it? Like, why don't I want to do this? What am I afraid of? Who implemented this programming into me? Is it something that my mother used to say to me? Is it limiting programmings that I got from being in school? Is it that like worker bee stuff where I feel like I should only be working, I shouldn't be creating? Like, what is it? You have to sit with yourself and figure out like what is making you stop. Like, why does it feel like starting is going to be the death of you? Like, why? And don't do it out of like judgment. Just really sit with it and be like, okay, why do I feel this way? Like, where does that come from? That's almost, get interested by it and just start writing it down, filling it out. And I'm also getting, be scared and do it anyway. Just do it. Let's see, what do they need to do at their ego? Ego, we got the strength card. And the strength card for me is like that shadow work, tackling your demons, like getting into it, getting to the root of a problem. So just take a good look at why is it when you, I'm getting like when you start, you kind of like freeze up, like, oh, I can't. Like it's a legit fear. Like it's almost a stage fright or anxiety. It feels very like constricting. And we all know to be creative, we must flow, right? So it feels like as soon as you start to get creative, you get like restrictive. Let's see what we can do here. We're gonna ask some specific questions. What can they do to soothe their ego? What can they do to soothe their ego? Sorry. Listening. What can they do? What can the image setters do to soothe their ego? I mean, see it as something separate. When I'm going to share this. When I do my readings or I do something that I know is bigger than me, I know it's going to, it's supposed to be for other people. It's not about me, like these readings and stuff. I will ask my ego to step aside. Like we'll be back in a minute, right? But right now it's my higher self's time to work. So ego, step aside. And every time I start to doubt myself, or every time I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? Or every time I feel that inkling of oh shit, what are we, that fear of like, oh, what's happening in my mind, or even out loud during personal readings, I'll say, ego, step aside. Higher self, please step forward. Ego, step aside. And that might be an exercise that you can do. Just asking, like, just, hey, ego, give me a minute. We'll be back. Okay. But right now, my job is to create this. So give me a minute. Let me do this and I'll be back. All right. Don't even see it as something like, oh, fuck, I gotta fucking kill off my ego. I gotta do this. I need an ego death. What am I gonna do? Blah, blah, blah. Nah, the ego is part of you. It's just part of it. It's like, I call it my like human experience. Is what holds human programming. It's my 3D anchor, right? And the more that I heal my ego, the easier it will be for us to coexist. But as of right now, there's still a lot of things that activate my ego. There's still a lot of programmings that I have to work on. And there's still a lot of like weight to it. Right now, it's not a very light ego. So when I'm doing this work, I have to ask him to step aside. Honey, I'll be back. Love you. See you in a minute. Like, give me a minute. Let me work. And then I'll get back to working on you. And that's what I would recommend you do. What can they do to soothe their ego? I got the Page of Cups. For me, the Page of Cups is kind of like, I've been getting like a youthful energy from the Page of Cups. So let's say you were babysitting, right? And there was something, you were babysitting a very scared child. Like this child was just scared of everything, right? You wouldn't say, how the fuck am I going to get rid of this kid so I can do the shit that I need to do? No, you'd be like, honey, it's all right. I know it can be scary, right? Tell me about it. What are you scared of? Well, look at me. Do I look like I will let something hurt you? So just taking a more like gentle approach with these things, being more gentle with your ego, because it's going to be there with you. You're not getting rid of it. All right. And the more we wish ego deaths on ourselves, the more we're going to have these baby egos that we have to walk through this. Okay. So be patient with yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. Your ego is a part of you and it's along for the ride. So treat it well from the beginning, okay? All right, let's see if we got an oracle card for you. Can we get an advice card for the image setters? Oh, my hand just stopped. Did you see that? Weird. Can we get an advice card for the image setters? Footprints, direction. See if they have anything else. Do you have anything else for the image setters? Chance. Lots. It says footprints, direction, chance, lots. Right? All right. Footprints. You've been wondering which way in life you should go, and concerns regarding family, career, and life purpose have arisen. The answer is this: go towards which brings you closer to the divine. Seek that which truly feeds your soul, for this will show you the road to tread. Be careful, however, to understand what this truly means. The ego has a wonderful way of tricking you into dreaming get-rich-quick schemes. The truth is always consistent and loving. Step into your soul's knowing and focus on your heart's passion, talent, and interests. These clues will point you in the right direction. Other meanings: don't let anyone push you off your chosen path. You have an important decision to make. Always choose the road of peace and happiness. Release lack mentality. Listen to your inner guidance. You are on the right path. We're going to do lots and chance. Sorry, guys. Right. An opportunity for you has cast. Do you have the courage to take the chance you have been given, or will you let it pass you by? Whichever happens, your life will change, but it's up to you which way it'll go. You have been asking for just this, for something different, something exciting to happen. You know you will never be continued. What? You know, sorry, Mercury retrograde, give me a minute. You know you will never be contented to rest on your laurels. If you really want to spice up your life, and you know you do, it is time for an adventure. Life happens for those who take a chance, but nothing happens for those who don't take a risk. The Lots card says, go for it. Other meanings: the more you experience, the stronger you become, the more confident you become. Take up an opportunity that allows you to work towards reaching your full potential. Don't be afraid to build on solid foundations when the chance do so arise, be it a financial opportunity or someone's change of heart. Okay. All right, guys, for you, I think I'm going to do a rose wrapped sage, just to clear up the energy a little bit, so you got some love, because you need to be gentle with yourselves, right? All right, that is it, guys. If you watched them all, thank you. Tell me how they resonated. I hope they resonated. Also, if you would like to book a personal reading, I will link it down below, and also you can just find me on 11thanddelphi.com. If you're not already on my Instagram is at 11thanddelphi, and I plan on doing these every week, but life happens, so we'll see how that goes. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, feel free to comment or just DM me on Instagram. All right, I can't wait to chat with you guys. Bye.